The Department of Basic Education gathering various of the role players on day one of this inaugural dialogue that is looking at policy, pushing for entrepreneurship education in the country. So amongst those in attendance, you'll find various of the role players, including the private sector, in looking at how are they working to solve for the country in terms of the youth unemployment. It is a crisis as we speak right now, and we see the department saying that they're looking at reimagining the future of work, but also ensuring that they tweak curriculum in line with how then the expectations would be in solving for the unemployment crisis. I'm going to bring into the conversation now the executive of ABSA, Dr. Stephen Zwane, who just give us a sense of the private sector's role. I know very well that as the private sector, you would have some of those programs that are in line with actually absorbing the youth, especially those that would graduate and move into the corporate sector. But there's a huge unemployment crisis in the country right now, and we see the department saying that we need to start from the grassroots as well in terms of looking at the curriculum and how can we make it to be in line with the future of work. Welcome to the SABC. How do we actually, find you as ABSA here actually doing or making sure that we do solve for the country? All hands on deck.
We're actually very proud to be here today supporting the Department of Basic Education with this curriculum dialogue. We are saying we want to be a part of that curriculum change because most of the time we complain about skills mismatch. What gets produced by the schooling system and what we need as a private sector does not align. So if you're part and parcel of changing the curriculum, which means we are guaranteeing alignment between what gets produced and what comes out, but also we are driving a change in the way we think, the way we teach, and the way we do things. And we are saying entrepreneurship can be at the heart of that. As ABSA, we've chosen entrepreneurship as a platform to drive social change, and we are calling that financial inclusion through entrepreneurship. So we are now plugging into all entrepreneurship-linked education interventions. For an example, we are partnering with Junior Achievement South Africa to teach entrepreneurship in South African high schools. 1,000 youth every year have enriched from last year. We are in our second year this year. And also we are supporting the teacher training that is driven by the Department of Basic Education from an E-cubed point of view, because we are saying young people must know that entrepreneurship can be a career pathway.
We hear the department as well talking about just harnessing the opportunities that come with technology. We know that here we have a youth-based society as South Africa, and most of them would be curious in playing around with some of these gadgets, innovation, and the likes. How important is it that we also see you aligning your brand and the education department as well, just tweaking the curriculum in line with that future of work technology?
As ABSA, we say we see your story and your story matters. And part of that is to be able to allow young people to be problem solvers. And problem solving allows you to play around with physical things and devices, and also non-physical things that you think about, that you dream about. And so bringing in Lego toys, those types of systems that are in place for young people to know that they can solve and build. And an entrepreneurial mindset is a problem-solving mindset, which means it helps you secure employment, it helps you keep employment, but also it helps you carve a path for your own, which is start your own job, and that is problem solving, a pathway that we are creating here. As ABSA, we are really excited to be partnering with the Department of Basic Education. I mean, we've also partnered with them in their national awards, National Senior Certificate Awards, for every young person of the top 35. We give them what we call it a startup allowance of about 35,000. We know how hard it is to transition from high school to university, particularly from those young people from quintal 1 to quintal 3, where they don't even have the wardrobe required to walk into a new lecture hall. So this partnership for us is much more stronger, it's much more important, because we are part and parcel of driving social change in the country, building the country that we want to see.
Dr. Zwane, thank you very much, sir, for your time. Dr. Stephen Zwane coming through as an executive of ABSA, and you hear them saying here that really they are looking at partnering with the department and even calling others from the private sector to ensure that they push for employability where the young people are concerned, in line, of course, with technology. I'm Katla for SABC News in Boksburg.